Hello students, welcome back. In today class we will discuss predator and prey model or prey predator model, whatever you say. So in environment or in ecosystem you can see this type of model appears. So this is a background. There are several types of predator prey interaction. So prey predator interaction are available. So it may be like that herbivorous that eat plants and carnivores which eats animal species and some parasites which lives on the another species and on which they are known as the host. So there are several examples you can see in our ecosystem. So one example is interesting example of predator-prey interaction occurred in the late 19th century when the American citrus industry was almost destroyed by the accidental introduction of Australia of Cottony cuisine scale insect. This insect destroyed the uh, American industry of citrus, and it was due to this insect. And to combat this pest, uh, the Australian ladybird beetle was introduced in the population. So, but this did not solve the problem, and finally DDT was used to kill both predator and prey. So we will discuss here the interaction between two species. One is the predator and the other one is the prey. So, and this is a particular example which is occurred in 19th century. So we discuss how these two populations interact to each other and what was the effect of the DDT. So DDT was used to kill both predator and prey. Okay, so they used to kill the because the problem was not solved uh, uh, by introducing this predator. So therefore they used the DDT. But what was the effect of the DDT? So application of the DDT to or this uh, process lead an increase in the scale of insects. Means they got the result in reverse direction. Means the population of the insects increase in spite of the decreasing of the population. So how we will discuss these phenomena. So before it, we will discuss how will we get the mathematical framework with respect to this predator model. So these are some assumptions as we have already discussed. When we build a model, then we are required some assumptions. So what are the assumptions? Population is large so that we can neglect the random differences between the individuals, right? Second one, initially we are not considering the effect of the DDT, but later we will incorporate these effects in our model. And third one, there are only two populations. Means in our system we are considering only these two population. One is the prey and other one is the predator. Means we are neglecting the effect of the other species. And third one, prey exponential goes prey population goes exponentially in the absence of the predator. Means if there is no predator, then the population of the prey is increasing exponentially. So these four assumptions are used uh, when we are developing our mathematical model. So then we can design our compartmental model. So during the compartmental model, so we can find out the rate of change of the prey and rate of the change of the predator. That's clear. And already I have shared a documents with you. So, but before it, we can check the only inputs for each population are birth and only outputs are that, right? However, the prey death occurred due to the predator capturing and eating them. Means there are two types of death for the prey. One is the due to the natural process and other one is due to the predator. And similarly, there are two types of birth for the predator, natural birth and due to eating the prey. Means we can check this model. So we will concentrate on this compartmental diagram. So there are two population uh, X, which are represented by this block and this block, two compartments. So suppose it represents the prey population and it represents the predator population. Suppose the prey population at time t is represented by xt and the population of the predator at time t is represented by the yt. So as we have already discussed, there will be natural birth for the prey, but death will be the natural as well as due to the predator, presence of the predator. That's clear. So there are two types of death for the prey. And for the predator, there are two types of the birth. One is the natural birth and other one is birth due to the prey. Because they are eating the prey, so the production rate of the predator will increase and there is the natural death of the predator. That's clear. So now what will be the rates? Suppose B1 is the birth rate of prey per capita, means per individual of the prey produce a B1 and the population is X, so therefore the net effective birth rate will be the B1X, as we have already discussed. Similarly, B2 is the natural birth rate of predator per capita of predator. So therefore, effective birth rate will be the B2 and the population of predator, that will be the Y. So B2 by is the effective rate for the natural birth. Now suppose natural death rate of this is A1 for prey and A2 is the natural birth rate for predator. So there are similarities. There is the B1, B2, there is the A1 and A2. Now we will discuss what will be the death rate due to the predator. Because suppose C1 is the rate, is death rate of the prey due to the predator, due to a single predator. But there are number of predator is Y, so therefore Y C1 Y will be the effective death due to the Y predators. Similarly, if we consider suppose this is the C2 whole quantities, there will be the C2 different rate, right? But nothing else, this will be, it will depends upon the C1. Why it will depend upon the C1? Because the number of death of the prey and there will be a relationship between birth due to the predator, because all these are the due to the predator, means the death of these predators are, or these prey are consumed by the predator, so therefore this death is used in the birth of this one, or we can say this is a C2, but this C2 will be proportional to the C1. Means if the number of death of the prey is high, so that will be the number of birth of the predator will be high. Means they are the recipe, these are the proportional to this one, FC. So F is a proportional constant and C1, and or we can say it as a C2. So C1 and C2 are the rates. So this C1 is the death rate due to the predator, and this C2 and C2 where C2 is FC1 is the birth rate due to the prey, and this was the due to the single uh, predator, but the per capita birth. So there are the y in number, so you have to multiply by the y to find out the effective birth rate. So these are the rate constants, and these are the important when we are developing a model and to interpret these model, and these parameters are important. So now we discuss the channel equation. So channel equation is easy to write down, means there is a simply birth for this act, means there is the simply birth no no population is there, means there is no concentration. And then there are two types of death from X, means this is the A1 rate and C1y. So if we write down the differential equation for X, okay, we can write it as independently because there is no involvement of the Y. And similarly for predator, we can write as the this is the birth rate, natural birth rate, and second equation is this one, so C1 by, and third one is it is death rate for Y. So if we write down the differential equation for this one, so dx over dt can be written as, because first equation there is no x on the left hand, so there is no variable on the left hand side. So we have to write down only b1x, because x is on right hand side, so it will be the positive sign, and rate is b1x. Second term, there is x is appearing on the left hand side, so negative sign will be there. Rate is the a1, and multiply by the concentration is x. So there was no concentration, we multiplied by only a1. So again, it can be written as c, because x is on the left hand side, so minus sign, then rate is c1y, and then multiplied by the concentration is x. Sorry, it is x or y. So it will be C1 by is the rate, yes, C1 by is the rate, and you have to multiply by the XL, by the concentration X, right? So if you take common, if you take B1X minus A1 common, if you take X common, then it can be written as B1 minus A1X and minus CXY. Yeah, YX, whatever. So it is X and Y. So you can edit this. So now we can write down the system as there is no uh, concentration of the reactant. So and y is appearing on the right hand side. So positive sign V2 by plus, and no, there is no, again reactant is here. So again the plus sign, because y is on the positive, y is on the right hand side, positive sign, and rate is FC1y. And third equation is y is on the left hand side, so negative sign, and rate is a2, and multiplied by the y. That's clear. So if you take common y from here, so b2 minus a2y plus fc1y. So we can rearrange the terms and we can define new coefficients. We take beta 1 as b1 minus a1. So this is the growth rate for, because B1 is the birth rate, natural birth rate, A1 is the natural death rate. So beta 1 will be the natural growth rate of the prey. So we can replace it as the beta 1. So instead of this one, we have write down the beta 1. Now C1 Y, X, it is not Y, it is XY. C1 XY. That's clear. And next, in this equation, we can write down, just I have to check one. So this equation, second one is FC y to y, and there is no, but I have made a mistake here. This rate, birth due to the prey, means that will be C2x, not only C2, C2x, because this birth rate depends on the prey population, and I did not write here, so that will be C2x, and this is only for single predator, and if there is the Y predator will be there, so you have to multiply, means this is the C2x is the uh, birth predator or birth rate for capita, per capita of the predator. but there are y, then you have to multiply by the y. So total rate constant for that will be the C2xy. So I have made a mistake. FC1 y xy. You can write out xy. So this time. So there will be FC xy and minus a2y. Then if you take y common, then it will become b2 minus a y plus fc1y. So if you take this b2 minus a2 as minus alpha, minus alpha. Actually, why they have taken this as the minus alpha by 2? Because here a2 is greater than b2. Means this is a2 is the natural death rate of, and this is the birth rate of the predator. So birth rate is less and death rate is high, so that will be the negative. So if this is negative, if you take negative, then this quantity minus alpha by 2, so so that will become the uh, so positive. So here this is negative quantity, so therefore make it as the positive alpha 2. So therefore this we have to taken as the negative. So they have taken the minus alpha by 2. So what is the C2? C2 is taken as the FC1, as we have already discussed. Take it as the FC1 is equal to C2. So this above system can be written as beta 1 x minus C1 xy minus alpha 2 minus alpha 2 is this one, but it was the xy. xy. So f, so alpha 2 xy and plus C2 no, alpha. This is b2 minus a2 is minus alpha by 2. Yes, y is as it is, no issue. But that is the C2 and x and y. X is here and this is y. So this is our model or predator model, and where beta 1, alpha 2, C1 and C2 all are the positive. All are the positive. You can check because beta 1 is b1 minus a1, birth rate is high compared to the death rate, so this is the positive. And alpha 2 will be the positive, because if you take as the negative sign of this one, means alpha 2 will be the a2 minus b2, and a2 is greater than, because death rate is high in this case, so that will become the alpha 2 positive. And C1 is positive, therefore C2 will be the positive. So R are the positive. So this system of differential equation is known as the repetitive model. And which type of this system? This system is non-linear system, system of non-linear differential equation, and this is the coupled, because this term right hand side is involving x and y, and here means we cannot solve it as independently. Means we cannot solve this equation independently, and this, and we can check this system is very highly nonlinear in nature. Then while we will discuss the numerical solution of this one. So we come back to the our, so we can check beta 1 x, then minus c1 xy and minus alpha 2 y plus c2 xy. So this is same as our this one, dx over deta is beta 1 x minus c1 xy and c2 xy minus alpha 2 y. So we have write down this term here, so it doesn't matter, both are the same thing. So alpha 2. So now this system is known as uh, Lotka-Volterra predator prey system, or sometimes normally it is known as the Lotka-Volterra system. And on the name of two mathematicians who worked on this model. So these parameters C1 and C2 are known as the interaction parameters. These are the known as the interaction parameters, because these parameters are responsible how the population interact to each other. Means if we change the values of the C1 and C2, then the interaction will change. So as we have already discussed, the system is non-linear. So this is non-linear, and because due to the product of this one and the system is coupled. And suppose we consider two cases here, as we have already discussed, what will be the scenario if uh, no predator is there and no prey is there. So we consider the first case when no predator. No predator means y is 0. If y is 0, if you put y is equal to 0 in the previous system, if you put y is equal to 0 in this system, then this will become 0 and this will become 0. So what will be the equation for dx of, because this is 0, this is 0, so this quantity all will become 0. So dy over dt will be 0. Predator is no means rate is 0, so constant rate. So but this equation, what will be the equation? Equation will reduce beta 1 x. So dx over dt is equal to beta 1 x. And what is this? This is nothing else. This is the exponential model, growth exponential. So this is the exponential growth model. So means the population, and what will be the solution of this differential equation? Solution will be in exponential. So that will be C naught e to the power beta 1 x type. So means the population of prey will increase exponentially. And what will be the second scenario if there is no prey? No prey means x is 0. If x is 0, x is 0 means if you put x is equal to 0 in previous equation, so this will become the whole 0. So if you put x is equal to 0, this term will goes to 0. Then that gives you the minus alpha to y. So minus alpha to y. So dy over uh, dt is equal to minus alpha to y. Means now it represents the exponential decay model. Means now the population of the predator will decrease exponentially. The population of the predator decrease exponentially. That's clear. So in the presence of the other species, the population of one particular species increase exponentially or decrease exponentially. Now we check what will be the numerical solution, because the analytical solution is difficult to find out. This is a non-linear system, so analytical solution is not so easy. So we find out the numerical solution, and this code is given in MATLAB and Maple. First one is the Maple, this is in MATLAB. So if I take copy paste and run it in our MATLAB platform, so I select it, paste, and I change these codes because this is copy paste. And we can check this is as the previous code. We are solving, just we have to change these two differences. Other things remain same as it is, and you have to change the parameters. So if I run it, so before run it, I have to save it. So I save it in this directory with the name of CP predator model. And if I run it, so this is the solution. So can you tell me which represents this? Just have a look. Initially, red is the population of the predator, and this blue is the population of the prey. This numerical simulation is done for the given values of parameters. We have taken as beta is 1, alpha 2, beta 1 is 1, alpha 2 is 0 0.5, C1 is 0 0.01, and C2 is 0.005. and u naught is initial values of the prey and predator. So prey population is 200 and predator population is the 80, and solution is plotted for 0 to t and t and is 20, means we have to plot it is the for time period 20. So these are the parameters, and if we check what is the population of the prey population is this one and predator is this one. So initially predator population is increasing and the prey population means it is going here and it will start decreasing, means the population of predator is increasing as they are getting the food as a uh, prey, and as the population of this reach up to this level and the population goes to the minimum level is around 40, this is around 40, and the maximum population for this around 170. So then if it reaches the highest and there is the minimal condition, means minimum point, means there is no now there is no availability of the prey for the predator as a food. So then the population of the predator will start decreasing, and if the population of the predator start decreasing, then the population of the prey start decreasing. So there is the uh, this type of uh, nature, and so you can check there is a time lag between these two curves, means which one is attending the peak first, means blue one or red one. Blue one is attending the peak first, then it is attending the peak. So there is a time lag, this is known as the time lag. So this type of solution is coming, and you can check. So this solution is oscillating population, so solution is oscillating. So the prey population oscillating out of phase with the predator population. Further, uh, ex- further exploration with other values of the parameters appear to indicate that this model always leads oscillating population. Means if you change the values of the parameter, then you will get again this type of oscillation population. Means always oscillations are there. And sometime population of the predator increase and then decrease, increase and decrease. So this type of oscillation will appear in the model. So why this type of oscillation is appearing due to the non-linearity. So now we discuss what will be the effect of the DDT on the population. So DDT is a chemical which is used to kill the insect or pests. So if we use the DDT spread on the crops, we need to modify the equation since this represent different mechanism for prey and predator deaths. That's clear. So if we use, so modify the equation since that represent different mechanism for this. So B is the prey and predator, and so the effect of DDT on prey and predator is suppose in terms of the deaths and death rates are P1 and P2. Suppose P1 is the rate for, suppose if we use the predator and predator and prey population in considering the DDT. So what will be the effect of DDT, means there will be some additional death in this compartment, that's clear, and then there will be a death in this compartment, additional death will be there. So what is this one? Suppose the death rate for this one is P1 and death rate is P2. So P1 and P2. So what will be the chemical equations or channel equations? So there will be two additional equations will be there. So for X compartment, it will be from X to, it is going to with the rate of P1, and in second one y is going with rate of p2. So there will be two additional equations. So what will be the effect on this one? Because x is appearing on the left hand side and rate is p1. So that will be means negative sign will be there. And what is the parameter rate? Rate is p1. And what is the concentration? Concentration is x. So that will be the effect of ddt. And similarly, what will be the population of y? So that will be minus, and that will be p2. P2. Here was the xy in the previous. So it is p2y. So now model is modified. This term is the additional term is there, and there is the additional term is there. E1 x and p2. So now the model will become this beta 1x minus E1xy minus this additional term due to the ddt and brave, and this is the predictor. So now if you club these two terms with x, if you take this term with this term, then what will be the, if you take common x, then beta 1 minus p1 will be the effective uh, birth rate for prey. And if you take this y with this, then if you take y common, then alpha 2 minus p2 means if you take the negative, so alpha 2 plus p2. Now death rate for the predator will be alpha 2 plus p2. Means birth rate is decreased for prey, and the death rate is increased for the predator. So if we simulate the solution, then what will be the effect? And if we take p1 and p2 at 0.1 in the previous model, if we take these, then what will be the scenario? So if I simulate this model, so this is the predator. Just I have incorporated these values here, p1x and p2y, p2y, and I have defined the p1 and p2 and the values of p1 and p2. Initially p1 p2 I have did two simulation. In first case, when p1 p2 is 0 means there is no ddt, and second case when the p1 and p2 is 0.10 means ddt value is there. So if I simulate this one, so this is the image, this is the picture. So you can check what is the behavior. What is the blue solid line was the prey population originally, means without DDT, and if we use the DDT, then this dotted line is represents the prey population. And similarly, solid red line is the population of the predator without the DDT. But if you use the DDT, then this is the population of the predator, which is represented by the dotted red lines. So now what is the scenario? The scenario is that if you using the DDT, then what is the population of the uh, uh, prey? Prey population. So what is the prey population? Prey population is this one, means this is the difference. There was the 40, but now it is around 60 to 65. And what is the predator population? Predator population is decreased from here to here. That's clear. And the population of the prey is decreased from here. But on the average, the population of prey is increased comparatively to the previous one, because here the population of this one is increasing rapidly. That's clear. So now, what will be the effect of the DDT? So the effect of the pesticide on the predator has been decreased its overall numbers. The effect of the pesticides on the predator has been decreased its overall numbers. means the population of predator has decreased, and however that the mean prey population has increased. Average number of the prey has increased. But what was the desired result? Our desired result was that the population of the prey should be decreased, but here the population of the prey is increased. So this is quite opposite from the desired effect of the DDT, and comes as a result of the dealing with a non-linear system. Why it is happening so? Because we are dealing with a non-linear system. We can't predict the effect, means always the effect will be same. So DDT are also reduce the average predator population, so that there will be reduced number of the prey dead due to the prey being eaten by the predators. So DDT also reducing the average predator population. Although population of the predator is also decreased as the previous one, therefore there will be a reduced number of the prey death. So death in the prey will be the reduced. So the number of prey, I mean the prey population will increase rapidly. So but our desired result was that the population of prey should be decreased, but here population of prey is increasing. So, but in some cases DDT works, in some cases DDT does not work. So this is actually the it depends upon the model, and it's due to the non-linearity. This some conditions appears. So this type of conditions are. So this was the case when we use the DDT, and so in this case DDT fails, and so DDT fails. So we develop a new theory that always the use of DDT is good, or it is used for to uh, vanish the population of the insects. So now this F, what is this F? This F is can be find out by this relationship, because C1 XYT represent the rate of the prey death, and this is nothing else. This is the same as the rate of the predator birth, as we have already seen in our model. So if you put these are the same, C2XYT is equal to FC1, so you can find out F is equal to C1 by C2. And this is known as the F is known as the predator efficiency parameter. So actually C1 and C2 are the interacting parameter, population interaction parameter between population, and this F is known as the predator efficiency parameter. Because if you take C1 is here 1, and then you will get F is equal to C2, and C2 is the represent the predator. So you can check here what is the C1 and C2 more in more details. Now, third case we will discuss, because what is the third case? Because we have assumed the population is growing exponentially in the presence of the other population. Means we have discussed the limitation of the and this is the limitation of the model, the exponential growth. We have assumed that the population of the prey uh, increase exponentially in the absence of the predator, but it does not happen naturally. Then, therefore, we will use the density dependent growth model, as we have already used this model in the uh, population growth model, where carrying capacity is there. So what was the model? Dx over dt is equal to r multiplied by x and multiplied by the 1 minus x by k, where k was the carrying capacity. So if we use the this density dependent model, so the oscillatory nature of the predator model above is wide, what one might expect intuitively, and other with the phase lag of the predator oscillation behind that of the prey. So now, if we replace this, and we can check this assumption as well. So our model is based on the assumptions that the prey grows exponentially in the absence of the predator, and this is clearly unrealistic. So this is the main reason using this. density dependent model, because it does not happen. So in the previous model, what was the previous model? In the previous model, what was the rate? Rate was because dx over dt. So it was the means this rate b1x. So this b1 is replaced by this. So b1 is replaced by this 1 minus beta 1 and 1 minus actually not b1, actually this was the beta 1 is the b1 minus a1. So it means we can replace this y factor or rate, means this is the density dependent growth. So we replace the growth term, we can say this is as a growth term. So this growth term, actually this was the beta 1, this was the beta 1 y and x. This was the term, and so this rate was this was the rate, and this was the due to the population of the prey. So this beta 1 y is replaced by beta 1 into 1 minus, or you can say this y is replaced by this term. So 1 minus xyk. So if you replace this one, so then what will be the model? Model will represent means now the population of the if you take y is equal to 0, if you take y is equal to 0, so this will become 0, this will become 0, so you will get this model. So if you take y is equal to 0, then you will take this one now, and there is no exponential growth, because now this is the density dependent. So if you simulate the model, then what will be the solution? So if I take as y is replaced 1 minus x by k in our system. So I simulate it. I take this as simple. So this x, so beta 1 x, and I think I have big wrong interpretation. There is no y, right? Only this beta 1 is replaced by this beta 1 into this y1 is here, not. So this beta 1 means this beta 1 was the constant, and now this one is 1 minus x by k. So as we have already discussed, you can go in the density dependent model, you can check. So if I replaced, or if I multiplied by here x y 1 minus uh, x by k, and where k is also variable parameter, not variable. And what is the value of k? I have taken k as take as 1000 to match the simulation result. So if I run this, so now you can check. And if I increase the time, because they have plotted up to how much time they have plotted for this model, up to 40 time period. So I change it as 40. So t and is given as 40. So if I run it, so now this is the population. Now you can check the population is also oscillating, but the amplitude of this is going to reduce with respect to time. But in the previous is not the case. Means at the some time they will remains in the population at a constant time. So if I increase it as suppose say 100, so you can check. Now the population was oscillating, but both population will remain in the mm, ecosystem, but at a almost constant rate. So this is the real scenario for this model. So this is known as the model when we are using density dependent condition. So there is some discussion, you can go through it, and there is a case study. So you can go through this study, and in next class we will discuss the next model. Thank you.